Hi everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And before the video gets started, I just want to say one thing about the following video, and that this is just my personal experience with Black Ops 6. If you've had a different experience from me, that's great. I think this game has been by far the one Call of Duty game where I've had the most fun compared to other COD games. So I do actually really like the game, and this isn't a video condemning the game. I think the game is great and I think it's innovative in some areas. However, there will be some things I really need to talk about because there are quite prominent issues. Yeah, enjoy the video. Go have fun when you play the game, when you can, if the game lets you.
Are you serious?
Now, I will apologize that I may sound a little bit different from the original video that you saw at the very start of this video. That is because I have been chased down by powers and principalities that I do not quite understand in my life. And trees. Yes, like green trees. I suffer from hay fever. For some reason, my body just forgot the evolutionary update to just live among trees. So I guess I'm like, Black Ops 6, where I just crash. I see a tree and I crash. Yeah, so that's why I sound different. Let's move on. Alright, so let's get started with the most basic things about this game, and that is that Black Ops 6, for me at least, has been a very mixed experience. It has been filled with some extremely fun and enjoyable moments. However, it's also been filled with extremely horrible times and sometimes just outright unplayable moments where I just am unable to do anything in the game, either to issues with the game or due to server issues while I'm playing the game. However, I will say that the PlayStation 5, which is like the second platform I play on, has extremely beautiful graphics. I have never seen a Call of Duty that looks so beautiful. Now, I played Modern Warfare 3 for a while, but that was on the PC side, so I have no idea what it looked like on the PlayStation. So the game looked absolutely beautiful. And also the sound design. The sound design, it's rich. It's very immersive. I really like the new sound design. It's very, I don't know how to say, like satisfying. It's very catchy and it really makes you feel like you're actually really enjoying the game. Like the sound really complements the gameplay and the fluidity of the game. However, I will say that I'm pretty sure there are some like footsteps issues in the game because I can't hear everyone and it's very annoying. Like, they're right next to you and you just can't hear anything. I'm pretty sure that's just a bug, and some people on Reddit have been saying that, yeah, they're having the same issue. But other than that, the sound, it's very, very enjoyable to listen to as well. When it comes to the PlayStation 5, I've only had minor issues with the game when it comes to like crashing and stuff like that. So the game has disconnected twice from the internet. Now, this could have been a console issue, or it could have been something else. It's hard to know when it's the game specifically. However, there was once a time where it just got stuck on a black screen when I resumed the game from sleep mode on the PlayStation 5, and it just wouldn't get out of the black screen, so I had to close the game and then restart it that way. It could work again, but it was like the one time I actually had to close the game and restart it again. Now, some of the issues that I have had with the game that relate to either performance or server issues within the game include a lot of server lag and a lot of desync and netcode issues. It's very frustrating. I experienced this mainly on the PlayStation 5. On PC, I sometimes lag, but it's very rare. And for some reason, the game sometimes puts you in like really high ping servers to the point that it's so delayed that you die and then you hear and then see the animation of someone that's actually, shooting your character. So it's very frustrating that you actually can't do anything, and the game is so delayed at times that even your character on your screen is actually not where the character should be. So you go around a corner and you still die because technically on the other player's screen, you were just starting to run around the corner. You weren't behind the wall just yet. So there are a lot of netcode issues. However, one thing that has been infuriating on the PlayStation 5 is the server lag issues. it lags maybe like 7 out of 10 games, and this is on ping that's lower than 30. But what I'm trying to get to is that the lag is just so persistent on console, or at least on my side, which is not on PC. So that's how I know it's a console related issue for Black Ops 6. It's not necessarily like the PS5 itself, it's actually a console isolated issue. Now, aside from these issues on the PS5, my experience on PC has been catastrophic to say the least. But when it comes to PC, the main problem here is this DirectX error that I keep getting. I even made a video making fun of this. I mean, it's fun to make fun of it, but it's not fun when it's happening to you. I think it's probably happened like 50, 60 times for me, like since I started playing the game, which is not fun. Like it literally crashes like every 8-10 minutes. You can't even sometimes play a single game without the game crashing. And it's just very disappointing that you really can't enjoy the experience, especially when you know the game is just fun, sounds good, plays really good, and it feels amazing. It's something that just completely wrecks the experience, and it's just honestly like just not good enough for today's standards. Also, when it comes to the visuals, on PC this game looks exactly the same like Modern Warfare 3. It looks the same, almost indistinguishable. Now I know you can play around with the settings, but it's, you know, like how is it so similar? And the performance is actually really bad on PC. Like we're talking about, you can get really high specs, and this game's only going to run at like 100 frames without you actually having to go reduce texture quality and play around with the settings. You can have this game on like medium settings and still only get like 60-70 frames a second. It can actually be very atrocious depending on which graphics card you have, which like CPU and all that stuff. But what I'm trying to say is that performance is not this game's strength when it comes to PC. Also, when it comes to the gameplay on PC, there are a lot of stutters, especially on the home screen. Like it's really atrocious. Like it literally stutters like every 3 seconds. I have no idea what's going on, and it's actually very distracting. Like everything's stuttering, the home screen is stuttering, the menu is stuttering. So even if you're trying to change your loadout, the game is persistently, I mean like maybe like 20 times in the time you try and change your loadout, it will stutter. And it's just like aggravating. Like, why on earth is this happening? Like, come on guys, like this is like your 20th game and it's stuttering on the home screen. Like we haven't even reached the gameplay, you know, we haven't even logged into a server to try and play, and we're already having this really awful experience. But this is again isolated issues apart from like, you know, the multiplayer. It doesn't actually stutter when I play on the multiplayer servers, which is a very good thing, because I would have like stopped playing this game the first hour. But I want to also make it very clear that these issues are somewhat like, you know, like universal. They're happening on every platform. However, for me, some of them have been far more prominent on PC. However, it's been a really rough experience for me when it comes to lag on the PlayStation 5, not on PC. And also I want to mention, while we're talking about like these issues, the spawn system, or whatever they call spawn system, is non-existent in this game. Like you will spawn while someone is like dealing damage to your character. That's the level of incompetence of the spawn system in this game, where you will die a lot because the game puts you in the wrong place over and over and over again. I'm talking about like 4 or 5 times non-stop, to the point where you start to think like, is the game actually just taking the piss with me? Like is this like AI, you know, taking revenge? So the spawn system is just rubbish. Like you shouldn't even call it a system. Like this thing needs to be like, is there even a system? That's the question, you know, like they needs to be like redone, to be honest. Also, while we're talking about the spawn system, I want to mention SBMM, skill-based matchmaking. In this game, it's designed to punish you, because this game, as soon as you do well in one match, you will be crying the next rounds, because it will punish you for even performing somewhat good. So this game is essentially designed to punish you for trying to improve your skills in the game. So counterintuitively, it tries to just make you quit. Additionally, the maps in this game are either horrible, too big, or too chaotic. For some reason, I absolutely love Babylon, so I love chaotic maps in Nuketown, but most of these maps are just horrible. Or you spend way too long looking for an enemy, and again, due to the netcode issues, you have this very inconsistent time to kill. So you sometimes die too fast, sometimes your enemy dies too slow, and you don't know what the hell is going on. So you end up either dying more often because the game, you have all these netcode issues, or all your bullets like hit someone but they do nothing. You have all these issues, and it really ruins the experience, and really quickly actually. And this all leads to very misleading animations in the game where things just feel very off. Sometimes characters will like instantly look at you, but that's because the character was looking at you already, but your screen hadn't actually put the right animation on your face. So you see this enemy that's already shooting at you, and on your screen, that's actually looking the other way. So it's very inconsistent, and the gameplay can feel very, very disjointed from, well, what should actually be happening on your screen. Now, I don't want this to be like some video condemning the game. I think the game is actually great. Like I said at the very start, the gameplay can feel very good. The sound is very immersive, and the experience can be great. I've actually, if I was to say how good or bad the game is, I've had far more fun than I've had bad games. So I would say 70% of the time I've had a lot of fun, like genuine fun that I don't want to stop playing the game, and the other 30% is just like the game is just being miserable, where it just doesn't even like it wants to die basically. Like it just doesn't want to work, it crashes, and it's just, I think it's just asking to get refunded at that point. Also, just before I finish the video, I want to mention that zombies is very fun. Sometimes that game mode scared the shit out of me, but that's how it's meant to be. And it's hard sometimes, like very hard, but very different, and I think it's very enjoyable. But yeah, let me know how you guys are going with Black Ops 6. Comment your experience. I want to really know how everyone else is feeling about the game, and what your experience has been like so far. So let me know how it's been, how it's going, and I will see you in the next one. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe because, yeah, I really want more subscribers. Please do it.